Hi, I'm Steve the Long Ash Cowboy, a little late in the evening, so without natural light, I'm a little fuzzy. My apologies. Tonight I'm enjoying an asylum in Insidious, Sweet Tipped, Connecticut, as well as a good old Dr. Pepper. Yesterday was a good day for me. 6-3, which is a lot better than the 4-5 I did last week. I actually think I got rooked on a couple of games. I really probably should be 8-1. But in a quick review, Florida destroyed Tennessee. I said Wisconsin would beat Michigan, and boy, did they. Mississippi, Ole Miss, lost to California, the Cal Bears, in a very controversial ending with Pac 12 officials on the field and in the booth, clearly on the third down, the next to the last play of the game. The clock should have been stopped by the officials, and that play should have been reviewed. But because it was not, Ole Miss had to rush up and run the fourth down, which obviously failed. And Ole Miss, I'll tell you right now, I think the Pac-12 failed you. Texas A&M and Auburn went in the exact opposite direction that I anticipated that it would. The exact opposite. I figured A&M would handle Auburn, but it didn't happen. Central Florida shocked by Pittsburgh. They were shocked. I was shocked. Washington destroyed BYU, which was my thought and quite honestly my hope. Oregon took care of Stanford. Uh, Texas, I don't know if you'd call it a squeaker or not, but that they got by Oklahoma State and Georgia in a close one to Notre Dame. 6-3 on the week, combined with 4-5 last week, makes me 10-8. What does this mean for the rest of the season? Well, Clemson had no problem yesterday with their Charlotte. That was simply a sparring partner, so to speak. Southern Miss and Alabama, I knew it would be a game that was well handled, but I didn't know that Southern Miss would be a sparring partner. Georgia was number 3. We discussed that. LSU still on the winning side. Now that's the top 4. Now, what does that mean for the future? Well, right off the top, I know that in November, when LSU comes to Tuscaloosa, they're going to remember a 29-0 shutout in Baton Rouge. And when they come to Tuscaloosa, they are going to be coming after the University of Alabama. Ed Orgeron has done a whole lot more than a lot of people, including me, had anticipated. So I think Alabama is going to have to be on their guard. Florida looked very good against Tennessee. Of course, to be quite honest, Tennessee has lost one game they certainly should have won, then they lost another. They took care of a cupcake that they should have, and they got, like I said, aced by Florida. Is Florida that good, or is Tennessee really that bad? And what does that mean for the Eastern Division? Oh, and by the way, I forgot to put the Battle of Columbia, Missouri versus South Carolina, in my picks this past week. I would have said Missouri. I can't prove that to you, but look at the performance of South Carolina. Now, this comes back into the conversation about the East. What does this mean for Missouri? What does this mean for Florida? What does this mean for Georgia in the Southeastern Conference Eastern Division? Who knows? On to the West. Is Texas A&M out? Is undefeated Auburn still in it? What about LSU? What about Alabama? It's going to be a fun year watching how it all shakes out. If you like these commentaries, please remember to hit the thumbs up button at the bottom. Please leave your comments. Please hit the subscribe button. When the bell comes up, please click on that so that you will get notifications. And until next time, this is the Long Ash Cowboy reminding you to continue to keep sticks up.